Anthropic just ran a Super Bowl ad next to the biggest brands on earth. And if you're someone who is looking to profit using AI, or maybe you're just a business owner or even an agency owner thinking, cool story, but how does this actually help me make money? That reaction is exactly why this matters, because the real shift isn't that an AI company spent millions. It's that AI has officially crossed into mainstream cultural awareness in the most expensive attention market in the world. Now, this is huge. This means that most businesses and audiences are suddenly more open and more curious and more eager to engage than ever before. And I see this firsthand. This is an invoice that we collected just a couple days ago. You can see here that at the bottom, we sold what's called a GEO growth campaign. That's an AI optimization campaign. We've also sold Google Ads, search engine optimization. We stack all these services together, and this business is paying us around $13,000 per month for these types of optimizations. Now, if you would have told me this a few months ago, I would have said that it would be difficult to sell this much to one small business. But when you start to have conversations around this topic, AI optimizations, are you showing up in recommendations like ChatGPT or Google AI overviews? The doors are now being blown wide open. There's mass adoption happening. And I'm not saying that it's push button success. You're going to make $13,000 like this overnight. But what I am saying to you is that the playing field is leveled right now. And in this video, I'm going to show you why moments like this create short windows where trust is faster to earn and conversations are easier to have than not ever before, but within the last 5 years, definitely. And so people that are already watching my videos are seeing results. You know, in my community AI control room, this is a week ago, this guy, Alex George, said he joined 3 weeks ago. He got his first business owner to work with, a website, a set of business cards, $420. Steve Anthony, $150. He's posting 2 weeks to this guy, 2 posts a week to social media for $150 a month. And there's plenty more of them in this community. And I'm sharing these results with you because I'm not saying you're going to push button and just replicate their success, but I want you to know that regular everyday people are taking advantage of the AI boom, the AI gold rush. And you do not have to be a technical expert developing the latest AI software tools to be successful. The best AI software tools, they already exist. And really it just comes down to using the ones that exist and finding outdated business owners that need them and you use them on their behalf. So I'm going to go through in this video some of these Super Bowl ads, why this is important, why this is different, how big this opportunity is for you to capitalize, and how I am doing it on my own, because I want to see you be successful and I want to give you a little bit of everything throughout this video. I don't want you to waste any time. I take your time and attention very seriously. So if you like this topic of building an online business, I'd like to do something special for you and offer you my 4-part AI fast track training for free. This is a 4-part training where we spend even more time together beyond this video, where I give you tactics and strategies to go and get small businesses to pay you, just like the ones that I use in my business. And so if you want that training, just like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and then comment below, and I will send you the 4-part fast track training and also a 30-day trial to the best software tool that I use to get clients and run my business. And so with that, let's jump into the training that I have here. So the timeline for this video is Anthropic's Super Bowl ads. Anthropic, a lot of people have heard of Claude rather than Anthropic. Anthropic is the parent company that owns tools like Claude Code and Claude. We're going to talk about why this matters and then how to profit, even if you're a beginner and even if you're an advanced person. What I'm doing. I would consider myself advanced, and I'm showing you what I'm doing to be successful with this. So let's look at some of these Super Bowl ads. Let me know if you guys saw these Super Bowl ads. They're pretty funny. So they launched 4 of them.
I feel like I'm just going in circles. Is my essay making a clear argument?
And their biggest piece that their line in the sand that they were trying to jab at OpenAI is that OpenAI is now using advertising in tools like ChatGPT. And so I'm not going to watch every single video. They're all a minute long. But I want to show you just like the call to action at the end of one.
Why not cherish this unforgettable occasion with Luna Memento jewelry with 10% off charms this weekend?
What?
So this is essentially a girl asking a question to ChatGPT. This dude is ChatGPT.
Absolutely. Your point of view is fresh, well thought out, and rich in research.
I didn't use too many quotes.
Absolutely not.
And so within his responses, he does a shameless plug for some sort of an ad.
I've noticed that the deadline for this essay is due today. So why not cherish this unforgettable occasion with Luna Memento jewelry with 10% off charms this weekend?
I think it's pretty funny. The internet kind of blew up on it. Some people say that, these ads are unhinged, nailed it. People love them. People hate them. I see a lot of people that say they don't want ads to come to tools like ChatGPT. For me, I'm kind of excited, to be completely honest. Obviously, I am a marketer, and I do get paid for helping businesses grow. And we do things like Google Ads and search engine optimization and AI optimization, as I've shown you in this, invoice that we've gotten from just a single client. But, the ads in ChatGPT, they're only going to be in free accounts. So if you're paying for an account, you can have an adless experience if you want. So it's not the end of the world. Now, as I said at the beginning in the opening of this video, this is an important shift in the AI world because this is about how most people are now engaging with AI. When I go about my day-to-day and I talk to the people at the businesses I frequent, most people don't really know what is happening in the AI world. Most people aren't sitting at home watching videos like this, learning, submersing themselves in the latest and the greatest. The vast majority of people right now, they think AI is just for creating Sora 2 videos, crazy AI videos and images and, cat videos and things like that. They don't really know that people are actually using this in a real foundational way to grow their business, make more money, and save more time. And people like me, I have no background in marketing other than just doing it, right? I used to be a mechanic for a living. I just watched YouTube videos and I started helping businesses in my area build their website, get more visibility in tools like Google. And now with ChatGPT and Gemini and Claude and Manus and all these tools, now I'm just sitting here learning how to optimize businesses for these tools. And so I say all that to say that whenever I talk to businesses now, most people, they aren't really familiar with how these tools can actually grow their business. They think they're kind of gimmicky, right? They think AI is this crazy thing out there. But when you see an ad in the Super Bowl, which is one of the most televised events in the world, it becomes a little bit more familiar to people. People get more curious about AI than before. The resistance to AI is lower than it used to be. So when you talk to people about AI now, somebody that maybe 3 months ago was more resistant, like I was on a walk the other day. One of my neighbors was like, "Hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, you do marketing? Can you help me with my website?" I'm like, "We can, but that's not really what we do. And I don't actually really build the websites anymore. Why don't you just try using an AI tool to help you build the website? It can just do it for you automatically." She was like, "Yeah, I don't really like to do the AI thing." There are a lot of people out there like that. I was at a conference recently and somebody from OpenAI, one of their regional Western engineers or whatever his title was, said that only 3% of the world have actually opened up a tool like OpenAI, ChatGPT. That's massive, right? We think, because we are using these tools every day, that the majority of the world are too, but that's not accurate. That's not correct. And so that person who says, "I don't really do the AI thing," when they see these types of ads showing up in the Super Bowl, something they trust, something they're familiar with, something that they know, they start to lower their resistance about it and start to potentially open up their mind and say, maybe I should try this out. Maybe I should use this. So engagement with AI is growing every single day. And right now we are in this pivotal time where people all around you are getting more curious. The resistance is lowering. They're becoming more familiar with this term AI, and they're looking for ways to benefit from it. And I would like you to be the person that is the right fit at the right time to say, "Hey, I can help you benefit from it." And I'm going to show you in this video how you can help them benefit from it, okay? So what this means for selling online It means, and this comes from my personal experience, my company was recently recognized as the second fastest growing company in Hawaii. And it's because we've been using AI and having discussions, just like I'm sharing with you, with business owners. And they've been a lot more receptive than ever before in growing their business using this type of technology. We don't have to explain nearly as much to business owners about these tools. They're just looking for answers. And, this is a screenshot from my Google Ads account, which I was recently surprised. I spent over $4 million on Google Ads, running ads for people in my local area, which I believe makes me pretty qualified to talk about what it means to embrace this opportunity, understand this AI shift, and what it means for selling online. Less explanation. I love that because it's easier to help people and turn them into a sale. It's easier to give them examples of how this can be effective. I'm going to give you a great example in this video. The attention span that people have on this topic not only is getting bigger, but instead of losing people, you're piquing their interest. They are interested to talk about AI and what you can do and how you can help them. And I'm going to give you some ways that you can help them. And hopefully you can get paid in the process. And obviously communication is faster than ever before when you're selling online. My team, the tools that we're using crazy applications of not only communication, but notifications between, sales and leads and follow-up and all the things that we're doing, which makes the process of finding somebody who needs your help, or even if you're running advertising for a business in your area, helping them find more clients and turning them into a sale, then faster than ever before if you take advantage of these tools. So that is a very exciting thing because it just ultimately means more sales. And so here's the big shift. Here's why this matters so much, you guys. Because small businesses need to adapt. The small businesses in your area, this is a presentation I did last year, all business owners in this room. And I was talking about how to get your business found in Google. Of course, we were talking about AI recommendations, right? Google's AI overviews. And all these business owners have what I call AI guilt. They feel the pressure to adapt. They want to know how they can use AI to capitalize on their business. Can they use it to get more sales? Can they use it to save more time? Can they use it to replace some people on their team that maybe they don't like? Can they use it to automate some processes that take a lot of time? Yes, the answer is yes, they can. However, your average business owner is thinking that this is possible because they see Super Bowl ads of people talking about these new AI tools, but they have no idea how to actually make it happen. Which is why right now, if you are the person that reaches out and says, hey, I can make that happen, the opportunity to get a yes or a conversion or have somebody say, I'm open to seeing what you can do, is a lot easier than it was before. People are more receptive to these conversations that you're having. And I see you guys in the chat. Please put some questions in the chat as we go and I will circle back. Small businesses need to adapt because they have that AI guilt. They know that they should be capitalizing and using this, but they have no idea really where to start. They need simple and effective solutions, which is where we come in. It's actually pretty easy to give them simple and effective solutions. You can post to their social media using AI to generate all the content. You can use AI software tools like HighLevel. I'm giving you 30 days free to HighLevel in my AI fast track training, where you can send out a review request campaign to get a whole bunch of reviews for their Google business profile. This is their review gathering feature. This is their Google business optimization feature, where you literally have a step-by-step process to take a business's Google business profile and optimize it following their scoring feature, right? There's 16 things that you can do. If you do those 16 things, it's gamified. They will get better online visibility. You can charge a fee for that process, which is great, right? So they don't know that these types of tools exist. They don't know how to use these tools. If you're somebody on one of these videos that I create, I'm giving you my 4-part AI fast track training where I walk you step by step through using tools like this. I give you 30 days free so you can use this tool for 30 days while you go through my 4-part training. It doesn't take 30 days to go through the training. It's a few hours long. And I walk you through ways that you can reach out to small businesses and offer to help them improve their online visibility for a fee. And that's how people in my community, like Alex, Steve, George, people are talking about actually getting clients and following the step-by-step instructions on how to do this. So the final thing that I want to get into before I actually show you guys how to actually maybe get someone to pay you, because I do want to give you a step-by-step strategy for that, is all about these 5 stages of awareness. These 5 stages of awareness are core foundational principles that have laid like the framework for almost all of the biggest advertising campaigns on the planet. A dude named Eugene Schwartz. Every time I say his name, I think of the guy from Spaceballs, the Schwartz. Let the Schwartz be with you. I don't know if you guys have seen that. I probably dated myself there. But this is the guy, he wrote Breakthrough Advertising. And he's revered as one of like the geniuses of the marketing and advertising world. And, in reality, the dude came up with a lot of amazing concepts, and this is one of the biggest ones that I want to give you guys. Okay, so there are 5 stages of awareness when it comes to where people are in a purchasing decision. Okay, so the 5 stages. Either they're unaware, they aren't aware for their desire or their need to solve the problem, or they won't honestly admit it. They are problem aware. They know they have a problem to solve, but aren't aware of any specific solution. So it goes from left to right, right? So this is a chart. When you get to the furthest end, somebody is most likely to make a purchasing decision. If they're at the very beginning, somebody's in the least likely category to make a purchasing decision. And you can take somebody and you can make them unaware, you can make them problem aware, you can make them solution aware, you can move them all the way up the ladder into making them ready to buy your product. Here's my wallet, go ahead and do the deal, right? So me personally, believe that with this shift of the AI world, seeing ads on the Super Bowl for AI, Anthropic, ChatGPT, they're throwing darts at each other, all that stuff is going on. This makes people automatically more problem and solution aware, more product aware. It moves them up in the chart in mass. It's not just, me walking around talking to people about AI. Now the rest of the world is already more familiar. They're more aware. Back to this chart that we already had. There's less resistance. There's more engagement with people. They're more curious about it. So all the stuff that's going on right now, this little pocket that we are in time, it's taking people who are unaware to problem aware. Like, oh man, I have this problem in my business that I know I need to solve. I need more salespeople, but I don't know how to fix it. I wonder if AI can help me with that. Then maybe they could be to solution aware. Well, I heard somebody, a month later they could hear, one of my competitors has an AI automation following up with all the leads that call their business, email their business, and fill out contact forms. But I don't know how or where they are doing that. So there are products out there. They know the solutions are out there. They just don't know which ones they are. Product aware is they know that the product exists. They could say, oh my gosh, this tool, HighLevel, is what my competitor is using to automatically follow up with all their leads, all their contact forms, all their phone numbers. I wish I could get it. I don't know how to get it. I don't know how to use it. I wish somebody would come my way to help me follow up with all my leads. And then most aware is, oh, I heard the guy down the street. His name's Nick Ponte. He has a product. He has a software tool. He works with my competitors. He's setting up these AI automations that automatically follow up text message, email, phone call, voice drops, AI agents, retargeting ads using AI avatars. He's helping my competitors close more deals using all these AI tools. But I don't know him, so I don't know what he charges. I wish he could help me. That's most aware, right? So you can see that if somebody knows all these things, they know who's doing it, they know the product, they know what's going on, they're much more likely to buy. If they have no idea yet what AI even is and they're unaware, they're least likely to buy. And so what we have right now is people are going from being an unaware, and I'm talking about the entire planet. I'm not talking about just, people in your house, people in your neighborhood. I'm talking about the entire planet are going from being unaware about what AI can actually do for businesses to being solution and product aware. Which is why right now, this moment is huge, right? You're early. You're ahead. When I was getting started 10 years ago, Facebook was already a thing. Google Business was already a thing. People were already running advertising on these platforms. I was working on cars. So when I came into the game, I felt like I was late. I saw people out there that were building marketing agencies and doing things like that and making crazy lifestyle businesses and, you know, doing the 4-hour work week and all that stuff. I was like, man, I'm late to the game. I really hope that I can figure this out so that the next cycle that comes around, the next innovation, the next quantum leap that is happening, which is AI, I'm going to be ready. And so if you guys feel like you are not ready, you are wrong. Right now, if you're here watching this video, this is your time. And it can be as simple, I'm going to give you a way to get a client. It can be as simple as helping somebody with a website. Okay, look, I'm going to give you this prompt. I'm going to walk you through this. And I appreciate you guys in the comments. Albert, Mr. Kidd, Adam, Mark, Lisa, we're going to go back through. I'm going to go back through and I'm going to follow you guys, or I'm going to answer your questions and put them in the chat as we go. Okay. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, we talk about the Super Bowl ads, why this matters, and then I want to show you how to profit, whether you're a beginner or you're an advanced person. I want to give you multiple ways that you can start to actually think about how to get paid online by working with small businesses and take advantage of this opportunity, because it is a wide open opportunity right now. Now, as I said, I have a 4-part fast track training that I'm giving you, right? This 4-part training is a 4-part series where we spend time together and I give you tactics just like what I'm about to share with you, and 30 days to this tool, free 30-day trial to this tool called HighLevel, so you can use it to get somebody to pay you. And so I want to give you a tactic right now that you can use to find a small business in your area that has a problem and offer to solve that problem with this tool so you can get paid in the process. And this tactic I'm going to give you, it's not going to make you a millionaire. It's not going to make you rich. It's going to give you a few $100s, but what it's also going to do is it's going to give you somebody who now knows you, likes you, trusts you, and has already paid you a little bit of money. And now you can start to sell some other things to them. I started out this video by showing you an invoice that we collected just the other day. This client that pays us $13,000 a month is a little secret. They didn't start out paying us $13,000 a month. They start out paying us $1,000 one time. And once we got our foot in the door with that $1,000 service, much lower barrier to entry, then we said, hey, we can help you with this other thing. And we sold them a $1,000 upsell. We can sell you this other thing. We can help you in this other way. We can turn on Google ads. That costs $1,000. Now we can help you with your AI optimizations. That costs another $1,000. And then we started saying like, well, we can be more aggressive with the Google ads because they started to get results. And so the process to really growing a business right now isn't getting thousands of clients. I've built a multi-million-dollar business with just 50 clients. I don't want to have thousands of clients. I don't want you to have thousands of clients. I want you to have one client paying you multiple. I mean, this is a 6-figure client by itself. If they pay you $13,000 per month for the next 12 months, you're making $150,000 a year from one client. I'm not saying you're going to push a button and replicate this overnight, but I'm showing you what I do to get clients and become a profit center for their business. Rather than seeing us as an expense every single month, we are viewed as somebody who brings a profit to these businesses. And this is how we do it, okay? So let me give you a way to get a real tactical example of how to get your first client. And let me know if you're getting any value out of this. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So almost all businesses online, they need to have some basics, right? How many businesses are in the US? 33 million businesses in the United States, okay? How many businesses in the US do not have a website? And I pull this stat up because it is staggering. It's shocking. 28% of small businesses, millions of businesses, do not have a website. And the reasons they do not have a website is they believe that websites are not relevant to their industry, which is bullcrap, right? You need to have at least a business card website regardless of what industry you're in. The high cost of building and maintaining a website, using social media as a primary online presence rather than having a website. But I can tell you right now, if somebody finds you on social media and they go to look up your website and they don't find one, they're probably not going to buy your product. Or the lack of technical knowledge. there are 27% of 35 million businesses in the United States that don't have a website. Now, before you get all weird and say like, oh my God, websites, I don't want to do that. Again, you're not going to get rich off of building a website. And you do not need to be a coder or a web developer or technical expert to build a website, especially if you use this tool HighLevel that I give you 30 days to. You can go to the website section and you can just use AI to build a website on any topic for any business automatically just by pushing a couple buttons. And I'm going to show you how to do that. But back to our example of the stages of awareness, you can't just throw up a website for anybody, right? You need to have somebody who is problem, maybe even solution aware. Somebody who knows they need a website but just doesn't have one because perhaps they couldn't afford it. They think social media is more effective. Maybe they think their website is not relevant to their industry. Well, how do you find business owners that don't have websites? I'm going to give you a great way to do that. You go to Gemini and you type in this prompt. I need a list of businesses in this area that have a verified Google business profile but no functional website. For each business, please get their name, phone number, email address. Use Google Maps, Google Business. Take a screenshot of this, you guys. Or, I'm going to give you this bonus document from this video. This is the prompt right here. I'm going to also give you a email template that you can use to send with your new website. This method, by the way, this is called my liquidation method, and it works really well. I've seen a lot of people get customers using this exact method. This is a verified strategy that works well. And again, getting somebody to pay you $500 for a website, that's not what we're trying to do here. I'm trying to get you a new client so that you can now sell them something for $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month. But you're not going to sell somebody $3,000 a month out of the gate if they don't know you, they don't like you, they don't trust you, and you have no credibility. The way you overcome that is you provide value in advance, you find somebody who has a problem, and you offer to solve that problem. And so I use Gemini to build me this list of leads, and it goes out there and look, all these businesses with their name, address, phone number that don't have websites. This business is using a Facebook link. Okay? So you can now go to this, do a little research on this business, Auntie Petty's Maui Feather Lay, right? Let's look her up. You want to do a little research. Perhaps they do have a website, perhaps they don't. You want to double check. Maybe they're just using social media as their website. It looks like this business, if this is her business, does have a website here in Google, that you can see right there. But the name on her Google business profile is different than the one on her website. So I can already tell you they're not doing any optimizations to their website. Google's not going to be recommending them very well because Google's going to be confused. What's the actual name of their business? This needs to be consistent here. It needs to be consistent here. It needs to be consistent in ChatGPT. It needs to be consistent in Yelp. And if you have a different name in every freaking place, when somebody says, who is the best lei maker, right? A lei is what you get around your neck when you come to Hawaii. And you have 30 different business names. How is any of these tools actually supposed to recommend you if they're confused? And so consistency is something that you can get paid monthly for. You can have a business that's literally what we do. That's for this service right here, GEO, $1,000 a month. We just create content and optimize our website to make everything consistent and provide valuable information about it throughout the internet. Fundamentally, that's exactly what we do. But back to this strategy about finding a business that doesn't have a website. So Tops Roofing, Opihi Maui, you go through this list and you find an actual business verified that doesn't have a website. If for some reason that tool, that prompt doesn't work to find a business that doesn't have a website, I want you to go to Google and type in any industry. Pool cleaner, Dallas. Landscaper, Dallas. Your area. You're going to go through this map section right here. You're going to click more businesses. And you're going to see this icon, this is a website. You're going to keep scrolling until you find a business that doesn't have the icon. And obviously the ones on page 2 or 3 or 4 are going to be less likely to have a business, like this guy. Negrit's Landscaping, no website. So this guy, he probably knows that he should have a website, right? But he doesn't have one. So what are we going to do? We're going to use this tool to build this landscaper a website just by clicking a couple buttons, not being a coder, because he has a problem. He's probably solution aware. He just doesn't know who or how is actually going to give him the website. And fortunately for you, you have an AI tool that allows you to build a website for this guy with just a few clicks. You don't have to spend hours and weeks and days like we used to before. And you're going to send him this email template. It says, hey, I built this website for a different landscaper. I'm letting it go for free or $500. If you really want the client and you really want to sell them something else, give it to them for free. Start that relationship. That's, delivering value up front at its finest. A lot of people do cold email trying to get people to pay them, and they never get a response. And it's probably because they haven't found somebody who needs the thing that they are trying to talk to them about. If you do a little research in advance and you find people that have a problem and you offer to solve it in your messaging, it's higher likely that you're going to get somebody to pay you. It says, hey, business owner, I was checking out landscapers in this area. Notice you don't have a website. You're busy running your business. I build websites, and building a website from scratch is a hassle, not to mention expensive. Here's the deal. I recently built a professional landscaping website. Normally I sell these for $3,000, but since it's already done, I'm looking to liquidate it for $500. One-time fee. It's designed to bring in leads, looks great on mobile, and I can have it up and running for you in 48 hours or less. Here's the link to your site. Who thinks that they can send that email? Who thinks that they can copy my prompt to build a lead list like this? Or even go to Google and find a business just by typing in this industry, whatever industry they want in their area. Who thinks that they can find a business following this method, right? These are not, you do not have to be a universal genius to follow these tactics that I'm giving you. This is literally, this is, what is it? I played a board game with my daughter the other day who's 2. The board game said this is for ages 4 and up. This strategy is for ages 4 and up, okay? This is not some advanced stuff, but the thing is, this shit works. Okay, this stuff works. I've had, and I want to show this to you, I have over 3,000 success stories documented. Let me see. Pull this up. Look at this. 2,300. This screenshot was taken a long time ago. Over 2,300 success stories of people following along with my tactics, getting clients, growing their business. People like Bem. Is anyone else crushing it with the strategy that Nick shared on YouTube? I just sent out my first outreach email and the response was almost instant. I have a prospect ready to talk next steps. I'm looking to onboard him, 30-day free trial. Any advice setting up sub-accounts for clients? I am from Nigeria. If this dude from Nigeria can follow along my strategy to get a client, I hope anybody that's in the US that's thinking about being successful with this can actually follow along and do something like this. You have to take action though. I can't do it for you. Bem, he's taking action. The strategies that I'm giving you guys, they work. This is a presentation I did a little while ago. These are really good slides. Maybe I should reuse them. Okay, so I've shared with you how to find a business, right, that needs a website. Now, I've showed you the template that you can use to give them a website. What I want you to do is once you find that business, I want you to just come to HighLevel, 30 days free, right? You have HighLevel is the Swiss Army knife of running my business. I have all these different tools that I can use to provide value. And you can put your company branding at the top. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to focus on the website portion. If I wanted to build a website with AI for this landscaping company, just go to build with AI, right? And, it just kicked me out because I needed to refresh. I had this tab open for a really long time. Go to sites, go to websites, build with AI. And this AI builder is pretty damn sick. You don't need to be a developer. You don't need to be a coder. It walks you through these little prompts. Name of the website, Negrites Landscaping. Business niche, home services. Goal of the website, generate leads. Target audience, individuals and consumers. What are you offering? I don't know, discount, special deal. And you can see that it just built this prompt for me. Create a landing page for Negrites Landscaping, a home service business targeting individual and consumers. The goal is to generate leads with a discount or a special. I actually don't want to do discount or special. I want to just do product service package. Let's do that. Okay, so I'm gonna hit generate, And the tool is literally going out to build a website. I'm going to answer some questions while this thing's building the website. You can see on the left-hand side, it says it's thinking, it's creating, it's planning the next moves. It's actually generating search engine optimization title. So out of the box, it's already creating something that is designed to show up in Google search, which normally people have to pay you for, or they pay us for at least. And it's crossing each thing off as it does the various steps of creating this. So for all of you non-website builders out there, who thinks they can build a website following the prompts that I just shared with you just like this? And remember, how many businesses in the US? 35 million, 27 to 28% still don't have a website. Is this an opportunity for people who are not website builders to now use this type of tool? Find somebody who is problem, solution, product most aware, and just create this website now before you even reach out to them, and then send them this email template with a link to the website. I believe if you send out 5, 10 of these per day, maybe 3 per day, 20 per week, you think somebody's going to say yes? If you're consistent, if you get 1, 2, 3, 4 people that need websites per month, and you follow along in my training, in the 4-part fast track training, I'm going to give you more things that you can sell on a monthly recurring basis. And this whole business model, this 4-part fast track training is free. There is a VIP upgrade for $27, but you don't need that. You can just hit the X, scroll to the bottom and hit the X. Take the 4-part training, 30-day free trial to HighLevel, this tool that builds these websites, among other things. And I'm showing you how to fund your own business without any money out of your pocket. So if you're getting any value out of this, please like the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment below if you want the link to this prompt document, the 4-part fast track training, and the 30-day trial to HighLevel. And you can see that it's creating images, designing visuals, still going. So somebody says, introduction to Google Map technology, opening Google Maps and see if the business is plotted on local map. Yes. Need to resign my site, but unfortunately using GoDaddy templates. Dude, Michelle, use the 30-day link to HighLevel. Go build yourself a website. Use one of the other thing you can do, just so you know, I'm going to open this up in another tab for you guys. If you don't want to use the AI builder, there are quite literally thousands of website templates in almost every industry. So, whatever, you're in automotive, you're in beauty, fashion, coaching, e-commerce, home services, all these websites, they're ready to go. I could launch this website just by clicking this button right here. I could have it ready to go live. Websites far better than you and I could ever build. And GoDaddy definitely can't build. And on top of that, when you have a website built in this platform, now you can do amazing things, like you can sell them an AI agent. Now you can sell them reputation marketing. Now you can sell them social media posting in the social media planner section. And you can create all the posts using their AI feature. I'm not going to go through, this is stuff I talk about in the 4-part fast track training, but that is why I use this tool as the hub of getting clients and making money online. Albert says 53 people online watching. Thank you, Albert. Appreciate that. Somebody says, I booked my first client for social media posting, and Nick is spot on. Most business owners know they need AI in social media posting. Look at this. I can't make this up. Mr. Kid, I appreciate you chiming in and sharing your feedback on my stream. Thank you for being real. Adam says the Gemini commercial was so bad, I literally had to explain to people that AI wasn't just creating animation. And Adam, I completely agree. Like, I was sitting there with my friends at the Super Bowl. I showed them. I'm like, yeah, I've been cloning myself, and I have been creating YouTube content of a clone of myself, and it's been getting better reviews and engagement than me. Maybe not this video, but lots of other videos.
Today I am going to
And I showed people these videos.
show you something that could change how you work forever. Anthropic just released Claude Cowork. This is not...
They were like, what? So back to the whole premise of this video, people are just unaware. But when you see these ads showing up on things like the Super Bowl, they become problem aware, solution aware, product aware. But the world is sleeping on this right now. Michelle, I'm gonna do something solid for you real quick here, and I'm gonna put the link, because it does. I mean, let me put the link in the chat for you guys on my live stream, real quick. And I'm going to pull up this videos, or this landscaper website is almost done here. So I'm going to put 2 links for you guys for tuning in the live stream in the chat. The first one is for the fast track training, right, that I said that I would give you. And then the other one is just a direct link to sign up to my free 30-day trial of the HighLevel if you want it. It's also included in the 4-part fast track training, but if for some reason, I don't know, if you didn't want that, then you could just take me up on the free 30-day trial. Link is right here. And you know, once you sign up for the free trial, you guys, make sure you schedule your one-on-one kickoff call. There's a link to sign up for the one-on-one kickoff call so we can get your business, all this stuff, set up correctly in HighLevel, okay? You can see that it says it's drafting the text for each section. And so who would rather have websites be built this way than building it themselves? Someone says it's good, don't mess around with your avatar. Can't wait to use this process though now that I have a paid version. And Mario Calderon, what I recommend you do is, so the AI option, the one that I'm using here to turn this on, you just have to turn it on in your settings. So if you go to Google and you type in Go HighLevel AI website builder, it'll tell you actually how to just enable that. Build funnels and websites with AI. And what I love about HighLevel, look, this thing was updated today. Everything is constantly being updated and innovated. All the training, the step-by-step tutorials and all that stuff. Like beyond this video, if you join for my 30-day free HighLevel trial and you had any questions, number one, you're going to get a one-on-one kickoff call with a HighLevel expert to get you set up. But you can always come to this step-by-step documentation that'll show you exactly how to do all this stuff, even better than I am in this quick video. So it's almost done. Website is almost done. And as soon as that is done, hold on, I'm a little late for my next meeting. I just had to push my meeting back 10 minutes. But I don't want to get out of here until you guys see this website that is built, because it's really important to me that you see end to end from what I shared with you in this presentation. We went through the Super Bowl ad, why this matters, the huge shift, why this stuff is easier to talk about with people now, and how to profit. I showed you how to build a lead list with Gemini. Businesses that don't have a website yet, I shared with you how many businesses in the US do not have websites. And also, businesses become outdated, right? So the website that was created 5 years ago, 10 years ago, they need a new one. So it is sort of, there's a shelf life to it. So that opportunity to just help with a business is a great, with their website, is just a great foot in the door strategy. Perplexity is also a brilliant tool. I 100% agree. I use Perplexity for research. GenSpark is also pretty sick. Let's see. The Gemini commercial was so bad, I had to explain to people. I've been following you for a while now and just recently started reaching out for posting on social media. Would you say this is a place to start for beginners? Yes, 100%. That strategy, the 2 weeks or 30 days free of social media content, is a great one. It's one that I share in the 4-part fast track training and on other videos on my YouTube channel. But it's like people like Steve, right? This is what he followed 2 weeks ago to get his first client. Alex, same with, not Alex, but somebody, there was another guy in here. If I go to celebrations, this is what I need to do. Dustin says, I've been doing construction for 20 plus years. Built a few apps, went nowhere, started watching Nick's videos 5 or 6 months ago. Started with the 30-day HighLevel, did some prospecting, closed my first client for $6,800 and $1,200 to $1,400 a month. So somebody said, Matt, we have to host on HighLevel. So HighLevel, your hosting is included in HighLevel. So You don't have to pay for any additional hosting. You just pay for HighLevel. Somebody says, other than a phone number and name of the business, what else do you look for on a website to say it is no good or not? I mean, go to any website and just, you know how a good website looks, right? If you go here, this is a decent looking website, right? If it's super blurry and you don't know where the phone number is and you can't buy a product, then you don't know how to buy the product or get to the actual thing that you're trying to do, then they need help, right? This one's all right too. Somebody says, how do we share the website? Good question. So you can see there's a URL right here, and it's not done yet. But as soon as it's done, I'll just go to that URL and it'll be right there. So this is a temporary URL. And if they say yes, you can connect their domain here. And if they don't have a domain, you can actually buy a domain directly through HighLevel. What's so funny? Unsecure signal. Let's see. You guys have any other questions while this thing's building? Let me scroll up here. Matt says, prospecting template worked well. Appreciate the quality of your content. I've been watching and ready to make money. Look no further. Nick is legit. Pretty much walks you to the door step by step for the sale. Appreciate that. This is another testimonial that came in. David West. He said he was going to go out and get a sale, and this is 6 days ago. Steak billiards night around 2, was getting ready, defeated, tossing 2 liters, takeout boxes, my phone computer, bing, no big, again and again. I spent the next 2 hours accepting my free foot in the door thing, overwhelmed, barely keeping up. I finally leave, binging the whole way, get to the steak and pool night, forgot my stick. Oh, that's you. We were just looking at that, and we're going to ask you, what do you think? I go to the bar with my laptop, and since you're here, we want your offer. Pulls out apron money, $100, dinner and drinks on the house, and had to run because his phone never stopped binging. So that strategy worked for David. You know, somebody who maybe has never gotten a client before in their entire life now has a potential client. And this thing is like cranking. I don't know why it's taking so long, but I do have to get out of here. So I'm going to show you real quick this website AI builder that is building in the background, you guys. It builds beautiful websites just like this one. I had it build this one on a different live stream. You can see here. This was for somebody that was on the live stream that was had a fitness offer. And I just gave it information. I gave it her information, Ashanti, and it built me that website. But as I said, you can also just build using the template section. So go to the template section, thousands of templates, and what did I want to build? A landscaper website? So instead of using AI, I could have just came here to this template, and I could have just literally just clicked choose template. Somebody said the case study on the VIP bonus is gold. Appreciate that, Matt. Mental chaos. Welcome. And so you can see this website is live. There's a URL right here. This is a beautiful landscaping website that was just created in seconds. All I had to do was click a few buttons. And if I wanted to change some things, all I have to do is click, drag, upload images. You do not have to be a technical expert to do this. And remember, I just found a business that didn't have a website in Google. And then I used this email template. Well, I built the website up front. I use this email template and I reach out to them. If I get a yes, I'm going to set it up for them. And then I'm going to follow the training in the 4-part fast track to sell them some other things. So with that, you guys, I apologize that this little AI builder is taking a while. It's clearly working, but I got to get out of here and go to my next meeting. So with that, I'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe. Comment below if you want the 4-part fast track training.